Hello, my case management students. It's your teacher, Pam Turner, and I'm coming forward with your assignments for the week. You all did really good on your last assignments. I haven't completed grading yet, but I should get that done today, just to give you a heads up on what's coming up. But before I do that, let me start with my daily inspiration. Today, I was reading about Gandhi's top 10 rules for changing the world. And you know, for the pinning ceremony, we used to be the change for our ceremony, and that was Gandhi's statement about being the change you want to see in the world. But he has some other top 10 things that are very important. I'm just going to share a few of those. As you know, I'm very much into motivational speaking and speaking into yourself. So his rules include, number one, change yourself. Be the change that you want to see in the world. As human beings, our greatness lies not so much in being able to remake the world. That's a myth. All we can do is remake ourselves. And remember, you can't change another adult. You can just change yourself. Number two says, you are in control. Nobody gets to hurt me without my permission. When you feel like you have to react, it's up to me. Things that can be normal are common. People react in different ways. It's not the act that happens, it's how I control it. So certainly, you may hurt me one time, but I have the right to control that won't happen again. So you are in control of your life. Forgive and let it go. That's a hard one. The weak can never forget. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. So we always say that forgiveness is for the other person. Not for the person, it's for you. I will tell you that forgiveness is that important, to be able to let go of people that have hurt you because you're holding on to anger and they're not worth your time. In addition to that, Gandhi didn't say this, but I'll say, I will forgive, but I won't forget, and I won't let you close enough to do it again. And that's back up there that I'm in control. I'm in control of who's in my life, and I can control who's not in my life. Without action, you aren't going anywhere. An ounce of practice is worth more than tons of preaching. Without taking action, very little will be done. Do something. We have these great dreams and goals we've talked about. Do something every single day that you wake up, and every moment, every activity you take on. Question yourself: Is this helping me get where I want to be in the next 5 or 10 years, or whatever your goal is? Do it. Like you made a lot of money saying that. Just do it. Number 5 is take care of this moment. One of the newest theories in social work and counseling is living by the moment, and certainly being in the moment, and mindfulness, and to stop worrying about yesterday and tomorrow, but to learn to enjoy the moment. And I can tell you, before it was mindfulness, I've lived that way. I used to wish for Christmas or my birthday or holidays, and I realized I was wishing my life away. That's not what I want. I want to live every day to the fullest. I want to enjoy everything today has for me today. So whether it's that it's a pretty day or a rainy day or anything, I just want to enjoy the moment. This moment will never happen again. The people I meet, the people I talk to, will never happen again. So learn to appreciate just the moment. For my biblical scholars, the Bible says tomorrow has enough worry of its own. So why not worry just about today? Just enjoy the moment. Number 6 is everyone is human. I claim to be a simple individual, likely to err, like any other fellow mortals. I own, however, I have the humility to confess my errors and to retrace my steps. Everybody makes mistakes. It is too unwise to be sure of your own wisdom. If you're one of those people who it's always somebody else's fault, you need to check yourself. Because definitely it's probably your fault. We are all human. We all make mistakes. I see it so often with parents and their kids also. Their kids will do something and the parent will yell. And I understand you're trying to correct your child, but we all make mistakes. So we say, oops, that happened. We'll clean up the mess. And yep, let's not let that happen again. My daughter lost her bank card in Peru, and she called me and frantically freaking out, and I'm sure she thought I was going to yell at her, but you know what? It happens. It happens. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work, and we did. We figured it out. So she's human. Number 7 is persist. Just don't give up. Whatever you want, whatever your plan is, whatever that desire is, whatever motivates you, do not give up. I don't care what anyone else says. You know what's out there, whether it's school, whether it's just finishing this class, whether it's making sure that you feed your kids today. Be persistent. And you have to tell yourself that voice. I can do this, I can do this. One of the things I was reading yesterday was about Muhammad Ali. And one of the things that, when he said he was the greatest, that was when he first started that, it wasn't for the world, it was for him. That he would post it everywhere and he would see it every morning to remind himself that he was the greatest. We've talked about affirmations already a little bit. So being persistent means reminding yourself of who you are, where you can be, and where you're going. And if you need to put those affirmations up that you are the greatest, then you do that. They work for Muhammad Ali. Number 8, this is what we all do as social workers. See the good in people and help them. We always take that positive approach. We're looking for the strengths approach. They may have made some really bad choices, but we're going to look for the good in people. That's what we do. Number 9 is also a social work ethic that came from Gandhi. Be congruent, be authentic, be your true self. One of the things that clients know and appreciate is genuineness. Now, genuineness does not mean that I am letting them in my life and we're friends on Facebook and we're sharing all the information. That is not genuineness. Genuineness is real. It is real. I really care that you stop using drugs. I really care that your family gets fed. I really care. Not that I care about that more than my own needs. That's not what I'm saying. But I've got to be who I am. And as you learn social work skills and you're interviewing tapes, everyone will be different because we're all different people. And that's what we want. That's what makes our field so great, is you use what's in you to be congruent, be authentic, and just be your true self. And number 10 is continue to grow and evolve. If you stop growing, you're dead. Grow, grow, grow. And whether it's school because I make you do something or something in life, just do it. I've probably said to you a million times, and I repeat it all the time, in our house, the theme is always dance. And that comes from the song, when given the chance to sit it out or dance, always dance. Always, always, always dance. Just enjoy life. Live in the moment. So enough of the fun stuff. Now let's get down to class. So we are on week, let's see here, that's the 20th. So post 9 is due the 6/24, and that is, that's when everybody called me freaking out. That is, if you read the full description, your Wildwood video is not due by the 24th. What is due is your client, and you have to do your response as well. And your chapter 17 and 18, looking at the DSM. I gave you lots of information on that. Also, I'm looking forward to next week. Next week, you'll see that you only have one post. It's talking about the mental status exam and what that is. I will try to do a video post on that either Friday or Monday to give you a real clear idea of what the mental status exam is. It is in your book. I believe it's either chapter 18 or 19, depending on where you're at. But that's a really good one to read. And then you will see that chapter 20, the 30th, is due by midnight as well. And following that, your midterm. So your midterm will open, I'm going to change the dates on that. It'll be the 1st of July. I'll give you clear dates on that. I'll post it on the website, on the site in just a few minutes. But that will not be open until the date it says, and it's only open for 24 hours. So be aware of that. And also the post says to acknowledge that you're aware that it'll only be open for 24 hours. There's no makeups, so please be sure that you get that. Hope you're enjoying this class. I will probably do a Facebook Live one day next week. I'll give you a heads up with that also. Love you blogging. It helps me keep up with where everybody's going. And just ask me. I hear all the time that, what did Ms. Turner mean? Or what does that really mean? I tell my kids, the person sitting next to you probably knows as much as you do. Just ask me. I'm here for you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks.